How is the going, guys? Mutemo here, back again with another tutorial. So guys, today I decided to do a very detailed tutorial. So I'll start like I want to do like dodge and burn, skin retouching, color grading, and at the end of the day we'll have like this melanin look right here. So what I'll do, I'll just go ahead and reset this image. I just retouched it, so what I'll do, I'll just go ahead and let's I'll go ahead and revert this image to how it looked before I did everything. And we start afresh with the tutorial. It will be kind of a long tutorial, but trust me, you learn a lot from it. This is how our image looked before I did anything. And I actually picked this photo direct from the camera up to Photoshop for just retouching. The first thing I'll do, I'll crop this image to the Instagram size. So what I'll do is come here, select the crop tool, and then I'll size my image to just how I want it, because I want it like the face to just feel the canvas like that. Then say okay. Up to that level we're good. The next thing I'll do, of course, I'll do frequency separation. I'll duplicate this image twice, so Control J twice, Control J once, Control J again. Let's rename this texture, and let's rename this color. This image is a 8-bit image, so I'll use the 8-bit image Gaussian blur method to retouch this image. So what I'll do, I'll disable this texture layer, then go to color layer, go to filter, then blur, then Gaussian blur. I'll check my image where I feel the textures are too high, but keeping my eyes on this original image. So I'll just push this until I see all the textures disappear. So let's say 10 is perfect, then say okay. Come to the texture layer, go to image, and remember, because this is our 8-bit image, what we'll do, instead of adding here, we'll do subtract. Okay, we subtract the textures from the layers. Okay, like separating the textures and the layers in the same image. Then say okay. What I'll do, of course, I'll change the blending mode right here to linear light, then say okay. And then let me zoom in my image. The first thing I'll do, I'll have to remove these blemishes, and the remaining one, I remove them after frequency separation. So I'll create a black and white layer on top of this, so that the highlights and shadows and also the blemishes can be very visible. So I'll reduce the blacks to, let's say, -8 to see the. Then I come here and then pick my healing brush tool, select on the texture layer. Then let's start by removing these blemishes right here. You sample, press Alt in your keyboard to sample, and then just paste, sample and paste. I'm removing first the most visible blemishes, so that while doing dodge and burn and frequency separation, everything while doing frequency separation it can be more smooth. You can see how we're doing it. This will be a long tutorial, but trust me, you should watch it till the end, because I want to do up to color grading the whole image. I'd taken a break of like 2 weeks, but I'm back now, guys. So yeah, let's just make tutorials and videos. Just removing the small blemishes first before I do I start brushing. Just sample this and then brush this like this. If I can put all this in a group, select the top layer and the color layer, shift, then the color layer, then all of them will be selected. Then press Ctrl G to make a group. You can see the before and after. We have removed some blemishes on this image. So let's continue. let's say up to that level we're good. I bring back my black and white, and then I start with the brushing. I'll pick my mixer brush tool, and then wetness at 10. Make sure it's a very clean brush, and also clean after every stroke is selected. It's a 10% wetness, load 75, mix 90, and flow at 100. Make sure some ball layers is not selected, and then increase according to the size of the shadow you want. So we're starting with this area right here, so I'll just brush this area like this, then come to this other area like this. Then if I can just brush overall like this, everything, to just make sure everything blends perfectly, also the air and everything. Let me show you the before and after. Let me remove the black and white. Before, after, before, after. We're doing good, so let's continue. I rotate my image. You can just either press R or T, but let's just work with R. Then just brush this area on the eyes like this. Also this area like this here. Then also let's brush this area like this. Also don't forget the highlights and the shadows. They should not you should not blend them together. Just you blend the shadows alone, the highlights alone, and the midtones alone. So I'm trying to do this as carefully as possible. This shadow right here, the highlight there, and of course this area like that. Make sure you remain with the texture as just it is. Rotate my image again like that, just put it like this. Then of course select my mixer brush tool and just brush this area like this. I'm really paying attention. I don't want to distort the model's face, because won't look so pleasing when maybe it's distorted or something. And then I like rotate this upside down like that, so that I can maybe see this shadows right here, and then this, the one like this. Perfect. I guess that's perfect. Any remaining blemish shall be removed after we are done with the frequency separation. What I'll do, I'll just like one stroke like that there, and then that's perfect. Then if you want to rotate your image straight direct, just select crop, and it'll come back to the normal way it looked. I'll zoom out my image and show you the before and after. Remove the black and white. You can see before, after. You can see how much we have done our image. We're still in the process, so let's continue. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I'll brush this highlight right here, then this shadow right here, then this highlight alone. So what I'll do, I'll just brush this like that, straight like that, and then this highlight right here like that. Perfect. Okay, then also this side right here, just make sure it comes out perfectly. So this side right here, I'm doing this with no much pressure, just as smooth as possible, so that it can just balance and look very, very nice. So if I could just disable the black and white, you can see how much we have done on that image so far. The image is looking nice. So like, let me finish on the other parts, then I can do now the final blending, and now continue with the image and remove the blemishes. So what I'll do, this right here, brush this area like this, like that. watch this. I feel so far so good. We're doing good. So far so good. Anyway, so what I'll do, I'll come again to this image and now pick this texture layer, then go to pick my clone stamp tool, then zoom in my image to remove these remaining blemishes right here, to just make sure our image looks perfect, like that. See how we're doing it, just like this, perfectly, like that. Making sure I'm removing all the blemishes. Make sure your size of the brush is just the same as the size of the blemish, or is bigger than the blemish you're removing. That. Yeah, we can call this a melanin. It's a melanin video editing, and I'll show you how you can color grade with melanin without using any LUT. Yeah, so that's just the video. It's all about today. But first of all, you have to be perfect with the retouching and everything. And yeah, paying attention to details here. Guys, I've taken a small break from YouTube, but I'll always be doing tutorials for you. So yeah, see how much you have done here. If there's somewhere we should actually change. Anything else, I think I'll correct after I've done dodge and burn. Now up to that level, guys, we're good. If I could show you before and after, this before frequency separation, you can see there's sweat on our nose. The makeup is not balanced, but now with this, at least we have tried to balance everything and removed the blemishes and everything. Anything else I can remove as we continue. The next thing I'll do dodge and burn, and I'll use the lines method because actually it always makes the photo looks nice. So I'll go to curves and then pick this, and then let's drag this down like this up till you are satisfied with the darkness on the image, like that. And then let's rename this burn, then Ctrl I to invert, then go to curves again, and then let's push from the center up as far as possible. Let's call this dodge, then invert. Perfectly. Now create a black and white layer on top of this so that you can see the highlights perfectly and the shadows perfectly. That's perfect. Come here to brushes, go to brushes right here, then on the brushes pick this add round brush, that one, then say okay. Brushes, add round brush, perfectly perfect. In short, these are very hard brush. You can see hardness at 100 and flow at 100. We'll start with the highlights, and you can see the highlights are like here. So what we'll do, we'll start with the dodging. So we'll draw like lines up here on the highlights like this. Let me show you from like that. If you want to draw straight lines, just make sure the smoothness is like 100. Then let's draw this like here, there, there. Let's say that's perfect because our model was on a certain angle. Let's now draw a straight line on the nose. So what I'll do, I'll select there and then select shift. If you want to draw a straight line, just select there, press shift, then select there, and the line will be perfectly straight. The other one we'll just draw right here on this area there. You can see the highlights there, and then maybe some straight line right there. And then the other one, let's say here, this area like this there, and let's say another one here like that. Guys, don't forget we have selected on the dodge. Let's say some on the lips like that, like let's say a few. Let's reduce the size, and then let's say some on the lips like that, just like that on the lips, this, some on this there, just to make it look perfect as possible. Okay, then also right here on this one there, perfectly. Say on these collarbones right here. Okay, I guess now we are done with the dodging, just on there. The next thing I'll do, let's now go to burning. First thing we'll do, select on the burning, then draw this. Make sure the foreground color is white, then draw the contour there like that. Then the other one like that there. And then let's say another one here like this. Then let's say another one here like that, and maybe some there on the nose, on the neck. Okay, let's say another one there. I guess so far we're doing good, perfectly. Yes, that's perfect. Sorry, I guess now this looks very funny, but let's disable the black and white. You can see how our image looks. Let's go to the blacks, and then let's say like connect this right here like this, then this shadow to just make it look nice. The contour there looks nice. On this, the highlights there, perfectly. Not bad at all. Anyway, I guess so far we're good. So what we do, I'll select on the dodge, then go to Windows, then Properties. What I do, I'll push this feathering until I see it feathers completely the highlights. So what I'll do, I'll just push this until I see the feathering complete. Let's say up to 150 for me. For me, 150 is okay. 151. And then I'll go to Burn, then Filter, then Window, then Properties. Then let's give it a 152. Perfectly. Guys, that's how you can easily do dodge and burn, but still we are not done. I want to make sure there is no shadows on highlights and there is no highlights on shadows. I'll start with the dodge and burn. So I'll select with the dodge. So I'll right click here and then get this dialog box. What I'll do now, I'll just come to select this tool right here, this picker tool here, then select Alt in your keyboard, then click there, it will separate. Because we want to separate the shadows and the highlights, just push this up to somewhere like that, because we don't want to see highlights on shadows, and that's perfect. Let's say there, that's perfect. The same, come here to the burn, and then we don't want to see highlights on the burns, so press Alt in your keyboard, then select right here like this, then push this until you feel you are satisfied with the results. And let's put all this now in a group. You can see before and after. and then just reduce the opacity until you are satisfied with the results. I feel I'm satisfied with those results of dodge and burn, but there's one place I feel I didn't get it right. So I'll come here to the burn, and then pick my brush tool, then let's just draw this nose area like this. I feel this area didn't get the... Okay guys, if I'm sorry, but I guess I'll have to go back to reverse the process once more to just get... I reverse the process once more because there's somewhere I feel I haven't achieved what I really wanted on the nose area. And yeah, just before I do anything, so just pick this, then on the band just push this up to somewhere like that perfectly. Yeah, I guess... Okay, sorry. Perfect, that way it's perfect. Anyway, so I select on the properties, go to window, properties, and then on the band, let's push it until we see... It doesn't have to be 150, it just need to be enough for your image. And then same on the dodge, the same, just until it's enough for your image, until you feel it looks nice for your image. Doesn't have to be like so low. Until you feel it looks nice for your image. I guess our image has now those nice dimensions. I think I'll have to remove some of it on this area because I don't really want it there. I feel it wasn't making my image look so nice. Move some there, just balance it, you know, balance. Yeah, so far my image looks nice. Yes, so I can increase the... Let's say up to that level we have dodged and burned and did frequency separation. The next thing I'll do, guys, let's put the melanin skin tone on this model. So what I'll do, I'll go to selective color, then select on the black color, then let's push this inside like this. Up to that level, I guess that's good. And then on the yellows, let's say -1, perfectly. Let's increase this a little bit, the dodge and burn, because I want to see it pop as much as possible. The next thing I'll do, I'll go to black and white, then change the blending mode to luminosity. Perfectly. Up to that, we're good. The next thing I'll do, I'll go to photo filter, then select photo filter 82, and then let's just reduce this to, let's say something like let's say there. And then let's go to black and white again, and then change the blending mode to let's say multiply, and then let's reduce the opacity. You'll have your melanin skin tone image there perfectly done. Yeah, that way it's okay. Then go to brightness and contrast, then select use legacy, then just push this inside a little bit and your image will be looking perfect, depending on how. If you want to remove the black and white maybe on the hair because it's too much, you just pick your brush tool, flow at 100, and then make sure foreground is black, and then just paint on the areas where you want to remove. And something I've noticed, our brush is still very hard, so I'll just reduce there, and then let's just brush like this to just make sure it doesn't appear on every part on the model. Yeah, but we want it to look as dramatic as possible, and that's how you can actually... Why does it just... I was wondering, why is it? That's how you can color grade melanin skin tone in Photoshop. The last thing I'll do, I'll run my eye and teeth whitening action. So of course, eye and teeth whitening action, and then pick the photo filter, zoom in your image, then like this, like this. Eye and teeth whitening, everything looking perfectly, and that's how you can easily retouch and color grade an image melanin skin tone. I did this as fast as possible, not perfectly, but that's how you can do it. I didn't do finishing on after frequency separation, if you do remember. That's why our image doesn't look so well blended, because sometimes we do finishing with let's say the lasso tool, but I didn't do it because I just wanted to show you how you can retouch and color grade. So if we could just now, I don't know if it can work, but I didn't do the finishing and everything of the frequency separation. But yes, that's how if I could, I just came back to my frequency separation group and then started using the lasso tool to just do the finishing up and everything, because sometimes when you just brush first, you don't get the perfect results. But just follow the whole process, and trust me, you'll learn a lot from this video. And yeah, so if it's your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, comment and share to your friends who wants to color grade melanin skin tone, and LUTs are very expensive, you know. Yeah, just share to them and they learn something, I think, how to from this video. And let me just finish there. For the nose area, I have to reduce the opacity because I don't want to reduce the radius the radius of the blur, because I don't want it to distort my image. The nose to be like distorted or something, and then like that, blur, Gaussian blur, and we're good. That's all for today's video. You can see now, guys, it's perfect. It's perfect. So if I could just put everything in a group and show you how our image looked before we did color grading and dodge and burn and everything. But before that, one more thing, I just feel I need to add one more thing. So go to fibrance and then just push the fibrance inside like that to make your image even pop more perfectly. And then maybe on the black and white, just reduce it more to just make. Okay, now if we could just put everything right here in a group and show you before and after. This is our image after we have done dodge and burn, frequency separation, color grading, and our image looked before we did anything. So if you really enjoyed this video, let's go back to our image before, after, before, after. Okay. Before we did anything on our image, and after we have done color grading, dodge and burn, frequency separation. If you really enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, and you can share it to your friends so that they can learn a thing how to. See you in the next video as we do more retouching and frequency separation. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at _mutemwa_. I'll put a link on the description below so that you can. Also, I'll put the link to the models page so that you can check our page out. Thank you, guys. See you in the next video. Before, after. Before, after. That's how much we have done to our image. See you in the next video.